Hello, this is Tim Sandle and I'm back with you with another coronavirus video. And for this video I'd like to talk about the new strain of coronavirus. So this is where a new and more infectious strain of the novel SARS-CoV-2 virus has been detected in England over the past few weeks. And by infectious, the virus is spreading far more easily, although the new strain does not appear to produce any worse symptoms. So it's a fact that all viruses mutate, and the SARS-CoV-2 virus is no exception. In fact, there have been just over 4,000 mutations recorded to date, and almost all of these are no consequence. But this new English mutation is of great clinical significance. Now, although this new variant has only made headlines right towards the end of December, coming into the holiday period, the new coronavirus strain appears to have been around since November or even October, especially in the southeast of England and within the London area. The point of origin, or at least where the first case was detected, appears to be the county of Kent. Within a few weeks, the virus is now responsible for around 60% of all recent infections in the impacted areas. And the new variant has been coded VOC 202.012.01. And here VOC is shorthand for variant of concern, and the numbers indicate the date, so December 2020, and the first one of that period. So the variant has arisen through a mutation, and specifically there is a mutation in the receptor binding domain of the spike protein, and this is occurring at position 501. And the mutation is the product of where the amino acid asparagine has been replaced with tyrosine. And for this reason, the mutation has been coded N501Y. And the variant has several other mutations as well, although simply it's position 501 where this mutation is most clinically significant. And the mutation affects the part of the virus that connects to the ACE2 cells that line the human lung. And this is the way that the virus, through the S-spike protein on the corona, attaches onto the cells and goes in and infects them and makes lots of copies of itself and then releases them. Now, it's uncertain why this new variant has emerged. One possibility is that the virus is the mutation that is, in some sense, a logical adaptation to become a better fit so that it spreads to infect humans. But what's of interest and also of concern to scientists is the pace at which this variant has gone from a very, very rare strain to become the most common strain in those parts of the United Kingdom, the southeast and London. Now, by being more infectious, this is a combination of increased viral load, the amount of tissue disruption arising from virus replication, and the serial interval. And of course there's going to be other factors in a given population, like the age profile and the overall disease severity, that can affect spread as well. But current estimates put the increased severity at around 70% compared with the original strain. So in other words, the new variant is 70% more infectious than the original strain, that's certainly the one that's hit the UK, US and so on. And this has led to the British government imposing quite severe restrictions across the 4 nations that make up the United Kingdom. Now, there's nothing different about the mechanisms of infection. It stands the airborne infection, either in the form of larger droplets or in the case of smaller droplets and particles, remain the primary route of infection. It remains concerned that droplets can remain suspended in air for anything between minutes and hours, and how far these droplets travel is going to be a product of the air velocity and air direction. And also that the measures to prevent infection, the social distancing, hand washing, use of surface disinfection and mask wearing, all remain of fundamental importance. So this virus may be more infectious, but the measures that we have been practicing still remain the optimal ones to take, at least until we can get appropriate vaccine rollout. The important questions that scientists need to grapple with are understanding how easily the new strain of the virus is actually transmitted, and why it's easier to transmit than the original strain. And there also needs to be work undertaken to assess whether the newly approved vaccines that have passed the regulatory hurdles will definitely protect people from the new strain. And this exercise requires deciphering virologic, epidemiological, and also fully understanding the clinical characteristics of the virus. It also stands there's been a very similar mutation, a new variant that's emerged in South Africa during December 2020 as well. And this also has a mutation of that same N501Y position. And it's of interest and concern that this South African variant has emerged independently of the UK strain and is not related to it. So all viruses mutate. The SARS-CoV-2 virus is no exception, but what is concerned is the speed that it's become the dominant one and the ease of transmission. So there's an awful lot to continue to research here, but we can stay safe by practicing the measures. Okay, so that's the end of the video. Hopefully that's been of topical importance. If you'd like to receive further videos from me and get notified of those, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel by hitting the subscribe button below. In the meantime, I'm Dr. Tim Sandle, and it's been good to be with you, and in the meantime, please continue to stay safe. Till next time, goodbye.